Hiya, I'm fitting a Kiravans double seat swivel for a T4. First time I've done a T4 one, so I thought I'd film it, see how simple it is. Just quickly read the instructions. I've got to take these nuts off and put a nut and washer on there. We'll do that and then see what happens next. So the instructions say take the nuts and washers off and go around and put a nut and a washer on all of these, tighten them up, which I will do, and then cut back in. Just lifted the swivel on nice and easy. It's a little bit heavy, but nothing too tricky. Placed it on, undo the hand bolts, lift it up so the spring holds it up, swivel it round to reveal the floor studs and replace all the bolts. I'll go around, do all of them and cut back in. When you swivel it around, there's handy little holes in the plate to reveal the studs, and you can wiggle it. You won't reveal all the studs at the same time, so you need to go around, do them, and then tighten them up. Now that wasn't too difficult, quite easy. What I like to do, as I tighten them up, I'll put a bit of paint in once I've done it. That way it's a good visual check for myself that I've done it, and if there's ever any problem with the seat in the future, I'll be able to check the paint and see if someone else has had the seat off and done anything. Then that way I'll know if it's something I've done or not. For example, if the seat comes loose, then I'll know if maybe the owner's taken it out to do some DIY work, put it back in, not tighten the bolts, and trying to blame me if there's any future problem. Okay, well, it's time to just put these back in. What I've found is if you do one, get in a couple of turns, then it's easy to do the next one. Just get them all in a couple of turns and then tighten them up. And when you lift it in, it's the sticker at the front, reinforcing plate at the back. There, they're all in. I'll put in that I'm doing them in a minute to show you the seat swiveled. But I'm going to lift the seat in now and then turn it around and take a photo. That's it all back in. The seat is really easy to turn. Turned it clockwise and then into this position. When you turn it, it's sort of back there. Whether it's in the instructions or not, I haven't read them, but it rocks quite a bit. So I'd imagine the instructions say to just put the bolt back in the front, make it nice and secure. That's it. Lovely. That's good for your day van conversion. That's the end of the video. Looking back now, I probably should have done a video cutting the bulkhead out. That might have been of more interest to some of you. Cutting it all out nice and neatly without making a complete mess of the side panels. Maybe next time. If you found this helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to, but a thumbs up is important. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. I'm back. Even though I just signed off, I wasn't happy with the instructions on the Kiravans instruction sheet. It said once you've removed the seat, to put a nut and a washer on the stud, which must be to space the plate up. But once I've done that, when you put the plate back on, you can see by how much paint was on the thread, the bolt was only on a couple of turns. And once I had it all finished and I was looking at it, I wasn't happy with that. I thought in a crash, all that force going forward on the seat could quite easily pull the plate off the stud. The nut could rip off the stud if it's only on a couple of turns. So I've took it all apart again and removed the nut and the washer, and I've removed the nut and the washer, and I've just put 2 washers back, so there's space but not as much. And now the nut covers all the threads. I've just spun the seat round, nothing fouls on it, because on the T5 swivel, the top of the stud fouls the swivel plate if you don't do it right. This seems okay. I was just contemplating whether to do the front, but there's enough stud showing to cover it. So, well, I've read the instructions a couple of times now, and I didn't like the way they said to put the nut and the washer. It lifted up the plate too far and didn't have this nut gripping the plate, gripping the stud by enough threads. So I've removed the washer. I've removed the nut and just put 2 washers. So it's shimmed up, but not as much as it was before. So, well, if anyone at Kiravans watches this and you think something's wrong with the instructions, let me know. I'd be interested to see if I've followed them wrong and misinterpreted them, which might mean lots of people have and have fitted their seats incorrectly, which could be dangerous in a crash, or if I've done something wrong. I'd be interested to know. Well, I'm going to sign off again. As I say, comments, thumbs up would be great. Thank you very much. Bye bye.